Hello, my name is Vincent Faney. I am the producer, the director, and the host of the show, Vinsanity Unplugged, subtitled In Search of Game Changers. This show has been featured and continues to be featured on community television of Lane County, Oregon, soon to be distributed to the other public access community television stations throughout the state. From there, I hope to distribute my show to the other community stations, public access stations throughout the country, perhaps the world. But whether that happens or not, in the meantime, I think the people that I interview deserve to be featured worldwide. So the people and organizations I talk to, my job is to allow them to showcase themselves in the manner they wish to be showcased. My job, at least the way I approach things, is not to dig up dirt, is not to surprise them with coming out of left field with an embarrassing question about them or their life or anything that meanders into my mind. I leave that to the trolls out in the world, which we have too many of. There's no shortage of trolls out there looking to accuse and vilify and humiliate and to dig up dirt. Sadly, very often, a lot of these allegations and trollish comments are unfounded. So I look for people who are game changers, who are out of the box, who are ahead of their field. And you have certain organizations, Rogue Retreat in Medford, Oregon for one, who are doing amazing work with helping to alleviate the homeless situation. And the added bonus is that it costs a lot less of taxpayers' monies to do 1,000% better job of giving dignity and safety to the community, and also thereby bringing the crime rate down and bringing safety to the community. So there are other organizations that I want to interview and social activists I want to interview, but mainly this video is aimed at many social activists. I know a lot of social activists who are doing a great job. They do good things, but they have limitations. And part of the limitations aren't them, don't come from them. Part of the limitations is they don't get the support they need, or perhaps they don't know how to get the support that they need. A lot of these social activists aren't networking enough or lending support to each other. And so therefore, it leaves a lot of gaps and holes holes that should be basically closed so that we could better serve the community. Now, the problem I have with some social activists, people are people, and everybody is a mixed bag, me included. And some people are social activists, or self-described social activists, because they're basically posers, and they may actually not do anything of value. Many of them I know who do things of great value may also have a bit of a poser within them. They like to yell and cry and ask for help, and they like public attention. They like being on the podium, they like public attention, even though they've done some good things. And let's face it, even if the best social activists need public attention so they get better, so they can have greater success at their agendas. So public attention is good, specifically for the people who are game changers in the field of social engineering. But my task is to find out which people and which organizations that do the least amount of posing while doing the most amount of benefit for society. I've fallen into the trap where I've offered my help, offered my resources, my time, my own money. And I've lost a great deal of money and time because I haven't gotten the response or the collaboration that I needed to help them help the community. I ran into this with my former union. Some of these union officers, they could point to certain things that they did that are of merit. But if you put it on a scale, when you look at the things they did that were worthy compared to the things they didn't do, sadly the scale weighs too heavily on the side of things they didn't do but should have. And that's for another discussion. So basically, I'm going to tell the social activists that are out there and organizations, I am here as a journalist and as a person who wants to be philanthropic and to help, that feel free to call me for interviews, feel free to call me for help. But if and only if you all, each of you, will value my time and my resources. Don't expect me to be more worried about your concerns than you are. And what I mean by this is there's so many people who keep crying out their concerns, but really don't put out the requisite effort to deal with these concerns. And I have found myself throughout the many years seemingly striving, almost begging to do more for some of these social activists and organizations than they will allow me to do. So essentially, I just don't want to be more worried about problems of people, organizations. I don't want to be more concerned for their problems than they are themselves. And I think that's fair. So basically, when somebody's offering help and they want to be a part of your team, they're not looking to take over your team, they're looking to be a strong foot soldier for their team. Don't ignore them or waste their time or efforts. Don't ignore me or waste my time or efforts. I just won't settle for it. So basically, a better plan for each social activist and organization is to use every means possible, every thought, every utterance, every action towards gathering as many allies and using them in the most effective, efficient, and respectful way as force multipliers for the greater good of the community that you and others have stated over and over that you would like to see accomplished. I guess that's all for this interview, this podcast. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Boom.